You don't let how you feel about someone distract you. A lot of people are suffering it today when they are distracted by emotions and what they feel. Remember, your emotions and your feelings are not the real you. It comes and goes, it turns on and turns off. So sometimes we are so much carried away by how we feel for someone that we don't take our time to really have some control over our thoughts, our actions, and our decisions. And it's very important that the decisions we make matter a lot to us because that is what builds us and that is what also. Now I see people who make some serious mistakes just because they are in love. Now it's not easy to put yourself under control when you feel the chemistry of love all over you. But you must learn that it is very necessary for you to find control over yourself. Now, one thing is certain, you can actually feel strong for anybody, whether the person is good or bad. But bear it in mind that every decision you have taken will either make you or mar you. So you see people who say that just because they fall in love or just because they love someone, they can't take decisions again, they can't do anything again that would, impact their lives. You see people who are once committed to a particular lifestyle missing out and then just because they have strong feelings for some people or for someone, and it becomes difficult when this happens. You see people who have self-control losing it out just because they have feelings for someone, and you see people who also make bad decisions, marriage decisions, bad marriage decisions just because they can't control how they feel. So no matter how strong you feel for someone, remember you have a life ahead of you. Remember that after the feelings, the reality of life shows up. So you need to sit down and think, and sometimes you need to look out for someone who will speak some good words to you or who would counsel you the right way. So when you feel distracted by love, emotionally, you no longer pray, you no longer get committed to the things that improves your lives or makes you a better person. You see someone who would counsel you is very important at that point, and you also need to pray for yourself. Yeah, because it does not matter how much you feel, but everyone comes to that point in their life. Once they fall in love, the chemistry of emotions hardly leaves us alone, and you have to make up your mind to find the truth about the right thing to do or the right approach to take. Yeah, don't lose yourself. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget that you have a destiny, you have a future just because you feel strong for someone. Don't let what we call love distract us or what we call emotions because we have different kinds of love, and sometimes romantic love is something that we don't have control over. And when we don't have control over our romantic feelings and all that, it goes ahead of us and causes a lot of damages. Like you see people who have unwanted pregnancy today, some of these things are just the feelings of love that distracted them. You see people who make dangerous decisions. Some people who go into committing themselves into some odds, and you see people who spend all the money they have ever worked for on someone in just few days just because they feel they love the person. And we take stupid decisions when we don't control how we feel about people. That chemistry is something that if you are not careful, it could destroy your destiny. It could part away that you never wanted to take, or you could part a road that you never want to, embark on. So whenever you feel so strong about someone, it is very good that you be under a guide, under a counselor, under someone who would speak to you and tell you the truth. And another thing is for you to be willing to listen to the person because it's still your choice to submit yourself under maybe leadership or under control. Yes. So when it gets out of your control, maybe you need someone at that point to control you. So you don't give yourself to be distracted by love. When you should be reading, you shouldn't be thinking about someone. When you should be praying, you shouldn't be doing something else. Everything about our life must work out fine only if we don't give ourselves that place of being distracted by emotional, romantic kind of love that troubles so many today. Not everyone is being distracted by emotional, romantic love, but there are so many people who suffer it as a problem. But my advice and my word to you is that you need to open up to some people, someone, and most especially people who has gone ahead of you, people who are more mature than you are. And I believe they have the right words for you. And if you give ear to them, they would guide you and speak into your life, and you see God helping you out